What's up, guys? Good morning, everyone. Today is January 22, 2021. So, uh, our time it is exactly 7 in the morning. So, welcome to my tutorial classroom. Welcome to my online tutorial classroom. And of course, do not forget, this is Teacher Dex Channel TV. Do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. I'll be sharing with you now uh, our topic. Our topic, which is the relationship between the centripetal force and the magnetic force. If you could notice, our first tutorial lesson for this year is the magnetic force and magnetic field. Magnetic force and magnetic field. Now, let us try to recall what is the unit of magnetic field. Magnetic field, the unit is Tesla. And the older name of Tesla is Weber per square meter. And the magnetic force, the unit is in Newton. And this time, I will show you the relationship between the centripetal force and the magnetic force. So, always remember that magnetic force always acts in a direction perpendicular to the motion of the charge. So, ibig sabihin, the direction of the magnetic force is 90 degrees towards the motion of the electric charge. It does not work. There is no work, and since only the direction of the motion change with the speed, which is always constant. Okay, so let us try to see. The magnetic force is always directed towards the center of a circular path. So meaning the magnetic force is always towards the center of the circular path. And we're talking about the magnetic force is effectively equal to the centripetal force. So meaning our magnetic force is always equal to the centripetal force, which can be used to solve the circular path, and which is the centripetal force. And in centripetal force, we can use to solve the radius and the mass of a particle. Okay, so let us try to see how we are going to derive the equation. So, as what I've told you, mv squared is over r is equal to q v b sine theta. Okay? So, mass, velocity squared over radius is equal to the electric charge multiplied by the velocity multiplied by the magnetic field sine theta. Okay? So, let us try to say this. Cross multiply natin. So we have R Q V B sine theta is equal to mv squared. So hanapan muna natin ang radius. So radius muna ang hanapin natin. So divide both side kung ano yung katabi ng radius. So we have Q V B sine theta. So, Q, V, B, sine theta. So, cancel na po natin ito. And then, we cancel this. So, radius is equal to mv squared over Q, V, B, sine theta. So, always remember that our angle is always 90 degrees, which is perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular. So sine 90 degrees is equal to 1. So whatever the number that you will multiply to number 1 is still the same. Okay, so this time let us try to see how are we going to derive the equation of our in solving mass. So I'll be using the other side of the whiteboard. So mv squared is equal, O over R is equal to Q V B sine theta. So ano nga hanapin natin ngayon? It's the mass. So cross multiply. So we have here R Q V sine theta is equal to mv squared. So divide both sides now with v squared. Cancel this. So v cancel here. So mass is equal to R Q B sine theta over v. So this is our equation in solving the mass, and this is our equation in solving the radius. We will now apply the equations in solving the radius and the mass. Okay, so the first problem, an electron with the mass of 9.11 times 10 raised to negative 31 kilogram is traveling at 7.9 times 10 raised to 6 meter per second, enters at right angles into a uniform magnetic field equal to 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 3 Tesla. Determine the radius inside the field path of the particle if the charge is 1.6 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulomb. That is the problem number 1. And problem number 2, an unknown particle having a charge of 3.2 times 10 raised to 19 coulomb follows a circular path of 0.50 meter radius while traveling at a speed of 1.4 times 10 raised to 4 meter per second in a 0.88 Tesla magnetic field. What is the mass of the particle? So in number 1 problem, you are going to determine the radius. So radius ang hahanapin. In number 2, the problem is mass. Ang isosolve po natin is the mass. So I will show you how are we going to solve these 2 problems completely using the equations that we derived a while ago. Ayan. This time, we will try to identify the given in our problem number 1. So, given R, we have the mass. Mass is equal to 9.11 times 10 raised to negative 31 kilogram. We have our velocity, which is equal to 7.9 times 10 raised to 6 meter per second. We also have our angle there, which is 90 degrees. We also have our magnetic field, which is 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 3 Tesla. We also have our electric charge, which is 1.6 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulomb. The unknown in the problem number 1 is radius. What is the formula in solving the radius, which is radius is equal to mv over q b sine theta. So that is our equation. So next, we have to substitute now. So R is equal to mv over q b sine theta. Okay, so let us try to substitute now our given to the formula. So mass is equal to 9.11 times 10 raised to negative 3 kilogram multiplied by our V, which is 7.9 times 10 raised to 6 meter per second, over our Q, or electric charge, which is 1.6 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulomb multiplied by our magnetic field, which is 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 3 Tesla. Okay, our sine theta is equal to 1. So, walang pagbabago po dyan. So, 9.11 times 7.9. So, we have there, our answer should be 71.969 times 10. So this is 31 times 10 raised to negative 25 over, this is 2 times 10 raised to, add mo yung dalawang exponent, so negative 22. So what will be your answer? So answer should be, this is 35.9845 times 10 raised to negative 3. Negative 25 minus negative 22 is negative 3. Or you have to move the decimal point 3 times. So our final answer is 0.036 meters. This is our final answer for the first problem, which is the radius. We will try to solve the problem in number 2. So we will now proceed to our problem number 2. So we will identify the given in problem number 2. So the given, we have our electric charge, which is 3.2 times 10 raised to 19 coulomb. Our radius is equal to 0.50 meters. Our velocity is equal to 1.4 times 10 raised to 4 meter per second. Magnetic field is equal to 0.88 Tesla. And of course, our angle is equal to 90 degrees. So, anong hinahanap natin in problem number 2? We have mass. What is our equation in solving mass? Mass is equal to R Q B sine theta over V. So this is our equation for problem number 2. So substitution, so we have here mass is equal to R Q B sine theta over V. Substitute natin, so we have 0.50 meters multiplied by the cube, which is 3.2 times 10 raised to 19 coulomb, multiplied by the Tesla, which is 0.88 Tesla. Our sine theta is equal to 1. 1 pa rin po yan. Offer po natin, which is 1.4 times 10 raised to 4. Okay? So, 0.50 multiplied by 3.2 multiplied by 0.88. So, we have here, our answer must be 1.408 times 10 raised to, copy mo yung exponent, that is 19 over 1.4 times 10 raised to 4. So your final answer will be 1.01 times 10. So minus mo yun, 19 minus 4. So we have 15. So ang hinahanap po natin is mass. So the unit is kilogram. So the answer is 1.01 times 10 raised to 15 kilograms. Ayan po for our centripetal force and the magnetic force. So these are the two problems that we applied for the solving of the mass and the radius. Ayan guys, dyan po nagtatapos ang ating tutorial number 2 tungkol po sa centripetal force and the magnetic force. The relationship between the centripetal force and the magnetic force. If you like this video, guys, do not forget to comment down and subscribe my YouTube channel, Teacher Dex Channel TV. Thank you very much and God bless everyone.